Hello and welcome back to our HIP Roman Restoration campaign. In our last episode we defeated the Egyptians in their offensive war against us, and we turned right around and declared war on them for this duchy here, the largest one with their capital in it. And we also declared on the Seljuks for the duchy of Ultra-Jourdain, or whatever it will end up being called once we've taken it from them. We are about to go and fight the newly raised army here that Egypt has, so let's unpause and go do that. The Seljuks have called somebody else into their war. They also called in the Burakids, which may be a problem if they decide to actually send troops. Let's see if our additional troops have got together yet. Not quite. Okay, so we have our 15k together here. We'll definitely try and catch... they're headed to Giza from where? Here? Try and catch them before they have full morale anyway. Should be worth some amount of war score. Captured in a mirror. I guess we'll follow for one more battle. Mostly headed up to here. Then we'll come back and assault the next holding in the capital, which will hopefully be worth enough to end this. Oh, they've actually just raised more troops, so let's go fight them instead. Actually, they're in the capital, so we're on our way there anyway. Okay, let's just assault this in the hopes that we can end this quickly. It only got us up to 89. This is another easy assault though, so I guess we'll do it. And that got us to 100, okay. So pretty quick and easy there. We have our 14k and another 14k up there. So if we can get them down here and end the Seljuk war before any allies show up with reinforcements, that would be great. It looks like we just gained all of this land, which is good. We can grant it out to proper Greek Orthodox characters, going right over our vassal limit in the process. We have the duchy title as well though, so we can certainly give that out to this guy, why not? Gets us right back to our vassal limit. Alright, so let's march back up the coast here. Get our other troops on the boats. Land them there. We also have this Sunni uprising to deal with, but that should be pretty irrelevant. And we have a dangerous faction. Not too unexpected. This guy is leading both of our factions, so maybe we'll just try to make him happier. Even honorary title is enough to do it, since he's not too annoyed about things. And maybe we'll actually send our Chancellor to do it as well. He's leading troops, so we'll tell him to stop doing that. Okay, we'll just go ahead and use these troops to attack the Seljuk army up here. And I guess our priority should be to go and siege some land in our target duchy. So we'll go do that. Let's just check some of the supply limits here in case we are going to be over them. With 13 or 14k we should be okay though. And it looks like there is an army from one of our vassals here, taking care of the Sunni uprising, which is much appreciated. Ooh, and there's a Seljuk army with no morale. So I think we'll leave half of this army here and see if we can catch them. Which we can. Another 4,000 or so Seljuk troops over there. Our vassal, the king of Wallachia, wants to marry some random person to a courtier of mine. Sure. Sounds fine. We'll follow this again and then just come back here. My grandson Zenobius is threatening to become zealous. I guess that's okay. Alright, so maybe we'll just bribe one of these people. Whichever one is cheapest. We'll just ignore this Seljuk army until they come closer. Okay, good. This Duke is now up to 85 opinion. He should be out of the factions as well. We'll mention a church career to our son. So really the only problem now is this this Duke who has the 20,000 extra troops. We're down to 18,000. So maybe if we're still alive by the end of these wars, we'll incur some tyranny by trying to revoke his stuff. Actually, we won't even incur tyranny because we can just freely revoke duchy titles. Anyway, we can end the Sunni uprising. One of my courtiers has criticized the strategies and tactics I've been employing during this war. We can say that they have a point. This is a prisoner, actually. So I guess we don't care about his opinion. Let's see if we can get some ransoms as well. Actually go through and ransom any other landed characters here. Since we did capture a few in the last war. Maybe not as many as I thought. Or else they were released. Okay, Symmachus has had a son named Maximus, after his late father. He is attractive, but not strong or a genius. So we can definitely do better. And our factions are back. Or they've just gone away, actually. It's only the Duke of Thessalonica left, so I don't think we need to worry about him. We'll take prisoners. And I guess if this army isn't interested in coming down to fight me, we'll send troops up there to deal with them. Let's also check on the Burakids. They are still in their other two wars, so hopefully that means they'll be distracted. Sultan is not leading troops himself, apparently. Alright, we have a lower Crown Authority faction back. This Duke again. I guess we can spare that much gold. We do have quite a lot of gold. And I'd like to retain some of it to smooth over successions, but we should be able to build a few upgrades in here. Focus on castle towns to improve our future income. Oh, it looks like the Seljuks have broken off their siege there. We are going to be attacking them in the plains here, so that's good. Oh, except that we didn't even catch them. Can't see the terrain in this county. Just assume it'll be fine. You cross a river, but the terrain is plains, apparently. Okay, so we've gone from infirm to incapable. Means we're no longer guardian of our grandson, we have to find somebody else for him. Sure, I guess he can do it. And our vassal, Exarch of Italy, has been appointed our regent. We're over our vassal limit as well. Okay, no, turns out our grandson has been appointed our regent. So we're fine for vassal limit. We should die pretty soon, though. In fact, let's try to hasten it along. Oh, we don't even need to hasten it along by changing our focus, since we can't have a focus. Okay, so our death is imminent. Which is fine, I think we're in a pretty good spot for the succession. He asked me for a fief of his own to govern. Well, you are probably days or weeks away from inheriting the entire empire, so I don't think that's going to be necessary. Also, you're my regent, so if you want a fief, you could just take one. And I guess it's possible we end up holding on a bit longer, since we are strong. We've inherited the theme of Sinai. Okay, we can just re-grant that. He's wounded, so he might just die, and... though he has got an heir, so I think that's fine. Or can we not grant it to him? Needs to be approved by my regent, of course. Was he already at 100? I guess he's just not going to approve of this. Okay. Well, no big deal. Alright, so there is a 15,000 strong army over here. Fortunately, we have 14,000 troops in the mountains here, which is a pretty good position to be in, especially if they're going to attack us, which seems like they are not. Actually, they're coming around this way, so maybe they're going to attack the 12k. We'll see. Either way, I like our chances in the ensuing battle. Or maybe they're just going to stay there. Which is fine by me, we'll just keep doing sieges. Unfortunately, I don't want to move this army, even though we've sieged everything, because then he can get into the mountains. Alright, another sultan has been called in. And there we go, okay. So we have a new heir, our son, attractive Maximus. Of course, if we have another son, he'll automatically take precedence because he'll be born in the purple. We won a siege as well at the same time. We died comatose in bed at the age of 59. So be it. Alright, so we have pretty good diplomacy. Our prestige leaves something to be desired, so we can get some quickly by creating some kingdom titles, like Antioch, for example, which we should probably do anyway because we're at our vassal limit, though we don't actually have the piety for this right now. Okay. Well, that's fine, we can wait a little while, we're almost there. Appoint somebody as our steward. Like this duke. We'll pick a focus. I think we'll hold off on that for a minute just in case we need more diplomacy, we can choose that. Our brother is unlikely to inherit, so we'll just give him to somebody for opinion. Let's make sure we have our most powerful vassals on our side. I guess this guy is the most important, followed by Italy. And then Opsikion. Then there's a pretty large drop to 8%, so it's these three guys mostly that we need to be worried about. So this is Opsikion. Italy is pretty happy. But I think we'll give him to this guy. Hope he doesn't catch leprosy. Okay, so we'll see what factions we get, if any. Fulfilled our ambition to gain a title, so that's good. We're going to be spending 200 piety as soon as we get it, so this is a bad one to take. I guess we'll try to gain prestige, since that should be easy enough to do. Alright, so this one is pretty popular, but not that powerful yet. Ooh, it looks like the army's on the move here, though they aren't actually moving to attack us. They're headed to Azrak, which is fine. We'll stay here and do more sieges. Somebody's fabricating a claim on a duchy. Okay, we should actually just give away that duchy title, now that I think about it. Thanks for reminding me. Sure, we'll put Opsikion in that job. Not sure if that gives an opinion bonus, actually. Let's check. Plus 10 for appointing him as a commander. Okay, so that's good. And the lower Crown Authority faction has ascended into the dangerous range. Alright, so let's send this guy a gift. Should get him out of it. Or not, maybe. Okay, we'll just send some more gifts to people. Alright, that should take care of things for the moment. And a province is being converted. You were here, okay. Well, just keep moving northwards, I suppose. And this 13k is on its way back southward, so maybe they're trying to attack me. We'll see. We've sieged this whole county now as well. So, I don't want to abandon these counties to siege more, but we're just not going to gain any war score otherwise. Though, if he does attack us, we should gain enough from that battle, so we'll see what he's about to do before moving anything. But that is going to have to wait for the next episode because we're out of time for now, so thanks for watching, and join me again then.